DadDash here with another video. Today, I want to talk to you about Doordash and 5 things every Dasher needs to know to be successful. I've been dashing now for over a year and definitely wish I knew the things I will be discussing. Before we get started, if you are new to the channel, I am DadDash and my name is Steve. As I mentioned, I've been working in the gig world for over a year and started a YouTube channel to document that journey and to help out other gig business operators by sharing my experiences on the road. I do ride-alongs, tips and tricks, videos like these, income breakdowns, order breakdowns, etc. If that interests you, consider subscribing to my channel. Also, if you find the information in this video helpful and interesting, please like and share this video with others in the gig world. Thanks so much for watching, and let's get into today's video. The first thing you need to know is that acceptance rate doesn't matter. So, what do I mean by that? Well, the first thing you need to know about this is that this might be the most important thing to know when working Doordash. Acceptance rate is not a grounds for deactivation. You can let your acceptance rate fall to 0%, and Doordash cannot use that as grounds to deactivate your ability to dash. This is very important to know because many dashers out there believe that you have to keep your acceptance rate high to avoid deactivation, and that simply is not the case. Knowing this can increase your earnings 200 to 300% as you can avoid doing orders that contain low order value. Doing low value orders means you will generate less earnings per hour and thereby will have to work longer to reach your daily goals. You should turn down any orders not meeting your order value standards and force Doordash to send you market value orders. This is smart dashing and can even be further enhanced by adding multiple apps, increasing your order volume, thereby increasing your opportunity to make money. The second thing that you need to know is that you can unassign up to 20% of your last 100 orders. A lot of dashers do not know that Doordash allows you to unassign 20% of your last 100 orders without penalty. Doordash is basically saying that they expect that 20% of the orders you accept may not actually be worth your time. This is very important information to know, and it is a very important tool to have in your arsenal, as having an excessive wait time or simply realizing once you've accepted an order that maybe the address of that customer is farther away than you thought and that the order may take longer than expected, thereby diluting its final order value, can save you precious time and money. It will also put you in the position to find a better valued order to ensure you are earning steadily. You should not be afraid to unassign an order if the following happens. 1, the wait exceeds the time allowed in your order value assessed completion time. 2, the distance involved in the order is longer and results in a longer overall completion time that exceeds your value assessed completion time. And 3, something happens causing you to no longer have confidence and trust in the order. If these things occur or happen, unassign the order and move on. I have set an 85% stop point that if I drop near or at 85%, I will work on getting it above or back to 90% and become more careful when selecting orders. The next thing I want to discuss and the next thing you need to know is that you need to have a goal. One of the most important things that you can do to help ensure your success is to set goals. Write the goal down, figure out the steps needed to achieve the goal, and immediately start putting action behind that plan. You should have a yearly target broken down in monthly, weekly, hourly, and by the minute increments. You should understand exactly what your targets are and make sure you are thinking about them and working towards them daily. Make sure you work at them incrementally, celebrating the small victories that will eventually add up to big victories. An example of what I'm talking about would be, say, setting a yearly goal to generate $24,000 a year in gross revenue. So you would break that down as follows. Your goal, the big goal, would be $24,000 a year gross revenue. Your goal would then be to earn $2,000 a month, $462 a week, and say you're planning to work 20 hours per week, that would be at $23.10 an hour, And if you're planning to commit 4 hours a day that you're willing to work, that would be $92.40 a day. And by the minute, that would be 38.5 cents a minute. By focusing on ensuring that you are earning 38.5 cents a minute for 240 minutes a day, for 5 days a week, you will be ensuring that at the end of the year, you will reach your goal of $24,000 in gross revenue for the year. By simply focusing on doing that each day you are out and making sure you are out for 5 days a week, you will hit your goal. So keep it small, and by doing that, it will keep you motivated and ready to go each day. The next thing that you need to know is that you need to make sure you are focusing on order value when you're selecting your orders. Now, this one requires you to have figured out a goal in advance, and then to have figured out the value per minute of what you need to generate. When looking at orders, you should be doing a very simple calculation. Divide the per minute figure into the total payout, and this will give you the time you need to complete your order. Then evaluate the order based on whether you can complete the order in that time and be in position to get another order. Positioning of the drop-off is key, and factoring in the estimated time you will need for another order is absolutely essential. So take an example like this. Say you get offered a $9 order. Using the 38.5 cent value, you divide that into your payout, and you find out that you have a 23-minute completion time. You determine the order ends in the middle of your market, and by your estimate, should only actually take 18 minutes to complete. This means you know you will have 5 minutes to get another order, and if you do it sooner, you will have increased your earnings. Now, on the flip side, another example would be if you determine the order would say take 23 minutes, but that you know it's going to take you 8 minutes beyond where you could get another order, then you should consider declining the order, because the order would be in 8 minutes excess of the time needed for the order to fall into the order value that you need. Order value is absolutely one of the key things to understand and to utilize to increase and amplify your earnings. The final thing that you need to know is that not all miles are the same miles. So understand exactly what the real cost of your miles are. One of the biggest things gig business operators get wrong is miles. Opportunities are missed due to a crucial misunderstanding that all miles are equal. They are not, and let me explain to you what I mean. City miles, rural road miles, and highway miles are not the same. Your car treats them different, and so should you. The first thing that miles should mean to you is time. And a high order payout can absolutely offset high mileage. If you are offered $15 for 10 miles, but 8 of the 10 miles are highway, and you can complete the order in 16 minutes, then you are creating maximum value for that order. On the flip side, if 8 of the 10 miles are city miles or rural road miles, and as a result the order takes an hour, then that offer is a poor valued offer and should be turned down. Treating all situations the same would have you turning down a high value order and missing out on high potential for high earnings. Make sure you also have an idea of the actual cost of each mile. Keep a gas log, and this will let you make actual calculations on the cost to complete an order. For me, I drive a Prius, so that 10-mile order would only cost me 90 cents to complete, while my wife, who drives an SUV, would cost her $2.10 for those 10 miles. As a result, I have a bit more flexibility when it comes to cost and order size. In theory, I could drive 22 miles for that same 10-mile order my wife is driving and net the same amount she does. The obvious reason why one wouldn't do that order for 22 miles would be the time factor and order value factor. But it's important to recognize that if someone ran into that scenario and felt they could meet the time needed to make the order reach its target value from a cost perspective, they could do it if they were driving a Prius and make as much money as the person driving the SUV limited to 10 miles due to higher gas costs. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and I hope you got something out of it. Stay positive, stay consistent, and you will achieve the goals and benchmarks that you have set for yourself. In the meantime, if you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe now, like the video, and then share it with at least one person that you think can benefit. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will be talking to you soon.